Welcome everybody to the next edition of the Biker Map Live. We're brought to you today by Run Runners of Cape Coral. They're located in Cape Harbor Drive in Cape Coral. They're on the water restaurant, great waterfront dining. And we are heard at podcastradious.com every Monday at 11. And I'd like to say good morning to the founder of the Biker Map. This is Patty P.
Good morning, Southwest Florida. This is Patty from the Biker Map. Thank you for coming to our show today. We have Olivia from Jeter Chiropractic Center. So thank you so much for coming in today, Olivia.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. What is your address there?
So we are 615 Cape Coral Parkway West. We are Suite 106 in that building. It's down there at the bottom right-hand corner. We're right next to Duffy's on Cape Parkway and Skyline.
Specialize in something special with babies. Is that right?
Yes. So my preference in my office, and I see a lot of young moms, pregnant moms, and kids. A lot of people don't realize that you can bring your kids in for chiropractic care, and it's not anything crazy. It's no more pressure than you'd put checking a ripe tomato.
Wow.
So a lot of studying, training, gone and done some mission trips down in Haiti and the Dominican Republic, doing a lot of adjusting with kids, and have brought it back to hopefully continue to grow and expand my practice with it.
So that's amazing. You are in a family of chiropractics, is that correct?
I am. So I'm second generation. My dad has been in that Cape Coral location for going on 33 years.
Wow.
My sister graduates from chiropractic school actually this weekend,
Oh, wow.
and my brother-in-law graduated with me. So there are 4 of us now.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that it was that big of... Okay, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
it's great.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And the mission trip, tell us a little bit about that.
So I've been on 2 mission trips. It's through Chiro Missions. It is a group with Dr. Peter Morgan. He's out of New York, where he actually has an orphanage in Haiti with kids that it started when the earthquakes happened. So he does great direct work with them. They all speak English, and they come with us and they translate with us because I don't speak Creole.
Yeah.
And so I've been on 2 of those down there. We fly into the Dominican Republic, and then we go into Haiti, and we spend, I've been on 2 week-long mission trips, so a week down there,
Wow.
in and out of the communities, in and out of the villages, with my chiropractic table and a backpack,
Wow.
and just being able to serve and go into these places where they don't know me, I don't know
Right.
them, we don't speak the same language.
Is the mission sponsored or is it a part of a church that you're going with?
It's not. It's a whole chiropractic group.
It's chiropractic mission.
Yes,
So it's not-
chiropractic
you're
mission.
You're not carrying a message of God. You're carrying a message of wellness.
Wellness, yes.
Very
So
nice.
it has biblical roots. We
Everything
do
does.
Bible studies and stuff in the morning, and it has those biblical ties and roots. But I can't communicate that with people when I don't speak their same language. So it's all through touch and how we care for them and showing them that love and helping them with whatever they have going on.
How's the food?
It's not bad.
Bon manger. That's how you say good food in Creole. Bon
Is it?
manger.
Wow, I'm learning something new.
And then if you greet somebody, the French greeting is "Comment ça va?" and the Creole greeting is "Ça passe."
Oh, wow. I'm going to have to put that in my memory for next time.
So you're listening to the Biker Map Live, sponsored by Run Runners Restaurant in Cape Harbor. We're talking with Olivia from Jeter Chiropractic. What is the most difficult part of your job?
I think it's honestly the education side of it. When people think chiropractors, I get, oh, you pop my neck, oh, you pop my back, you're gonna crack me, and that is the exact opposite of how I am. I focus more, I acknowledge the pain and realize that yes, you might be having some pain, that might be what brought you in the office, but I also want to look back at the function of things. So everything runs out of your spine. All those nerves come out and run to different places in your body, organs, tissues, muscles, and you might not realize you have something going on that can be helped through chiropractic care. I see a lot with people with constipation, indigestion. They're like, I didn't realize that was going to clear up, but you've been adjusting my low back. And when we go back to that chart, and I was like, remember when we looked at this, and these are where those nerves go. So kind of trying to educate that it's more about a function too, instead of just focusing on the pain, because you might be feeling okay. And I use an analogy: I could be feeling okay right now, and this afternoon I could have a heart attack and I could die, and I didn't know that anything else is going on the inside, and then all of a sudden I'm having all of this pain and it's over.
The chiropractic medicine, does it go back? Where is its roots?
So its roots are in the late 1800s. D.D. Palmer, and it was founded when he had somebody that worked with him, and they were having issues, and there's some mixed reviews sometimes of like what exactly it was. Could be hearing related, could be like eye related. I've always been told that he was having issues with hearing, and he felt something that wasn't in the right place and kind of made it go back in the right place, and the guy's hearing started to come back. His name was Harvey Lillard. His hearing started to come back, and he started to realize that maybe there was more to it, and so his son BJ Palmer really started to invest time and understanding into where the nerves go and everything, and really developed and took off the whole career. I use a lot of like structure and function, and I use like drop tables and a bit of mixture of instruments to kind of just make the whole experience not as hard on the body too, and it's also then comfortable for my body, so I have more longevity in it. But I know that some do like a lot of muscle testing, but I don't know the exact always relation on them.
What happens to the human body if you go to a chiropractor for the first time? I've noticed, I think I might have done it once years ago, but they do whatever you do, and then people come back like once a week, once a month. And why would they have to come back? If you've corrected the situation, why do they have to come back?
So
or why should they come back?
Yeah, so it's a combination of both. You would want to come back too. So you continue to brush your teeth, you continue to change the oil in your car, and you're not thinking anything of it, it's just routine. So as you move and as you continue on with the day, we have like physical stressors, emotional stressors, and then even chemical stressors that are always put on the body. Especially in today's world, like most people have really, really high stress levels. And so when you are so stressed, like you're putting your body not in a state of ease and comfort, your body gets so overworked, and you'll start to see different issues come up. So when I start seeing a patient at first, depending on what they have going on, sometimes I have to see them 2 or 3 times in a week for those first couple weeks to kind of get the ball moving. I kind of refer to it as a speed bump. Like we're building up to it. Like your body and your muscles are used to it being a certain way, and so it's going to keep trying to pull you back that way, even if we're going the right way that it's supposed to be. So it's kind of trying to train the body at first that, hey, this is how it should be for you, and you're trying to pull it back the other way where it's used to. So we have to sometimes do it. There's a higher frequency to try and get the body to relax and settle in. And then it starts to settle in, and you start seeing healing, and true healing. It takes about 90 days for tissues and ligaments and those muscles to start to heal. And then when you get that far, like becomes a maintenance level of, hey, you're still moving around, and you still have things that are coming up, and we don't want you to go backwards. So people with education, we kind of talk about that with them, and they're like, I don't want to go backwards. I like still coming in. And sometimes people have some flare-ups. I mean, it's natural, not always. And then they're still having some things that like correcting what we find and making sure that we don't let it get back to how it was. We brought them in originally in the office.
Do you do x-rays when people come in?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I talk a lot about curves of the neck with patients. You're supposed to have like a C-shaped curve basically in your neck for cushion and like shock absorption. And right there at the top part of your neck, basically where the back of your skull meets like where your neck bones start, is like your center and control for your rest and digest system, like parasympathetic nervous system. And when you start seeing a lot of like reversals and curves, like half of the population doesn't have a normal curve in their neck, and a lot of it's due to working computer jobs, or as you walk in the grocery store, everyone's staring at their phone in a crosswalk.
Yeah, like I was told that I have a straight neck.
Yeah.
Is that possible? Yeah.
So it is.
Yeah.
A lot of people do. Most people are staring down most of the time anymore, and they're not putting themselves in like a natural like head forward position. You kind of want to have your ears over your shoulder for like a normal
Right.
curve. And everyone's normals are going to be a little bit different.
Yeah.
But that is that center of control for that rest and digest part of your brain, that tells the whole body, like, hey, I'm safe, like, I'm calm, there's nothing wrong with me. But when you start taking away stuff and extra pressure goes on that area,
Right.
it starts to scream, maybe I'm not safe, maybe I feel like I'm under attack, and that's that fight or flight.
Mhm.
And it sends the whole body into more stress, and then you become more overstimulated, and then as you continue, like, you can still stress yourself out more and more and more.
Yeah, because normally, as you get older, the disc kind of goes away. With someone with a neck injury or something like that, where the disc is no longer there, would you suggest surgery for that? Like, would you go further, or do you think that that's something that you can adjust and keep adjusted?
So it kind of depends on the person. I mean, their medicine and surgery is there for
Yeah.
a reason, and I know I'm not going to be the end all be all for everybody. But something that we do in our office is we have decompression therapy,
Okay.
and it is a pain-free, like, non-surgical approach at
Right.
looking at disc issues or like severe degeneration. It's kind of a pulling mechanism where it sets the person's body weight so it never pulls too much for
Okay.
them, and it opens up those joint spaces and allows fluid to come back into the discs, and then it closes back up, and then it's kind of like a pumping mechanism.
Right.
Not everybody it works for, because you have to do some tests on them before to make sure it doesn't give them any like pain or anything
Yeah.
doing those motions. But I've have personally people in my office that use it. My father also has people in his office that use it, and they
Mhm.
see great results with it, and like discs calming down.
You mentioned your dad. Your dad is
Yes.
Dr. Jeter. No,
Yes.
no relation to
No
Derek
relation,
Jeter. Just
no.
checking.
I'm sure she gets that.
Very exactly. Now, so you grew up in a chiropractic home.
Absolutely.
Was Dad always, adjusting backs?
Oh, I am the oldest of 4 girls, and we have been adjusted since birth. So it has been a little bit different with him. We would come into the office for a while and get adjusted, and then he ended up having a table that he used and brought to the house. So it's kind of not like he would line us up all the time. Like, we all knew, like, hey, let's routinely get checked and get adjusted. So me, myself, like, I still have him check me every week to make sure that I'm,
Every week.
yeah,
Wow.
make sure that I'm holding up well. I mean, I'm bending over a lot. I joined a CrossFit gym like a month ago, so I'm definitely trying to continue to keep myself active, and I want to make sure that my body is at its best, or to when I'm seeing people, that I'm at my best for them.
Patty, do you think she gets a discount?
Yes, I do believe so. And she kind of hit me when you were talking about your dad and how young you were. You actually do perform chiropractic on, babies and children. So I think that that's your most important thing that you like to work on at this time. Is that right? I mean, you like to work on everybody, but babies have a special place in your
Yeah,
heart.
kids always have had a special place in my
Yeah.
heart. It's kind of to like comparing them to like an animal as well. Like, there's animal chiropractic, and kids can't
Wow.
really always tell you. I know, it's
I didn't
cool.
realize that.
Yeah, it's cool.
For like dogs and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
there's like a video been going around of a giraffe lately getting
Oh,
adjusted,
wow.
and it's like kids, they can't really tell you what's going on, just like animals can't really tell you what's going on.
Right.
And it's just like their reaction and the way that their demeanor changes
Yeah.
after.
Well, you had something here that I read about. It said that you do both high velocity and low force technique. And so I would think that the low force technique is on babies or children.
So it's a mixture of both.
Okay.
High velocity is gonna be, and low force is gonna be like more my drop table. So I use a table with a drop, so
Okay.
that I don't have to put anybody on their side and kind of twist it all. It's not comfortable for me adjusting people like that, and
Right.
so I also don't prefer getting adjusted like that myself. So I took a lot of classes and certifications in the Thompson technique, so it's utilizing drop tables. So that's my high velocity, low force. And then I also use an activator instrument. So it is an instrument where I can control the force on settings, I can control the angle better, and it's also great too for geriatric patients.
Okay.
All of my Medicare age, like 65 and up patients, I use activator on, just because bone density changes as you get older, and it's also too like fighting degeneration, making sure that you are being cautious with them and making it comfortable, because a lot of them too, they're like, I don't want my neck twisted. And I was like, fantastic, because I'm not going to do that.
Right. Oh,
So,
yeah, that's good to know.
Yeah, and then I use it on kids too.
Okay, yeah. Do you have any events coming up? I know that you.
Yeah, so
said something.
on June 28th is going to be my official grand opening party at our office. So it'll be the end of my 3rd month of being open. So we're doing an all-day affair.
Nice.
So 7 to 11 in that morning is going to be stuff for like our current patients. But starting at 11, we'll be doing free balance and fall risk assessments for people in the community.
Right.
A lot of the elderly, like, they fall a lot. There's 36 million falls reported each year in older adults, and the majority of those are going to be over 65. And then from 1 to 3 that day, so the balance screenings are 11 to 1. And then at 1 to 3, we're going to be doing free scoliosis screenings for school-aged kids.
Okay.
About 3 million kids each year under 12 are diagnosed with scoliosis. And a lot of people don't realize, too, like, before they hit puberty and their hormones skyrocket, a lot of scoliosis cases have been shown to correct through exercises and chiropractic, too, to where the goal is to not have to have them like worrying about bracing and then having to go through surgery. I mean, it's not going to be perfect for all cases, but that's what we're going to be doing from 1 to 3. And then from 3 to 5 is going to be an open house for anybody to come in, meet us, walk around, talk to us about what you might have going on. And then we're going to start at 4 o'clock with a Chamber of Commerce with Cape Coral Chamber ribbon cutting out front.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So,
yes,
it's gonna be
guys,
awesome.
come out Friday, June the 28th at 6:15 Cape Coral Parkway West, and it's Suite 106.